Hello everyone, Simon Keeling here on Saturday the 16th of June. Thanks again for watching. You've got to love the weather at the moment, haven't you? I mean, this amount of rainfall that's falling out the sky from this single area of low pressure just goes to show what can happen at this time of year when we get the jet stream in the wrong, and I use that in inverted commas, in the wrong position for this time of year. It's not unusual to get the jet stream blowing through central parts of Europe. What is starting to get quite unusual is the amount of time it's been blowing in that position for. But what it means is that we're seeing a top up in water concentrations across the country. So we are seeing this top up from the drought that we saw in the spring. And isn't it amazing how Mother Nature balances herself out, giving us an extreme of weather from one to the other? And of course, that's all to do with the balance of heating and the available energy that's across the planet. You do tend to get this overall balancing out that takes place, whether that takes place in the short term over a matter of days or weeks, or whether it takes place in the long term over a matter of decades or even centuries. Mother Nature has a way of kind of just smoothing these things out, and I just find it fascinating. When you go outside, you see a fluffy cloud in the sky and you see the amount of power that's in that cloud and the ability for that to produce so much rainfall. Anyway, I'm going on, aren't I? Thanks again for watching. As I said, the site's kept free of charge by you coming and visiting it, watching it, and also by looking at the various different pages, the charts, etc. Because once an advert's displayed to you, and if you decide to click on it, that generates revenue, you see, for us. So thank you for doing that. Please encourage your friends and associates to use the site too. Now, the first chart I wanted to show today is this one. This is the total amount of rainfall from today through to the 24th of June. You get this from the site that you're on now. Go to weatherweb.net, click on weather charts at the top there, and down the left hand side here under GFS operational, you'll see here that we've got an EU total rain. So this shows us the amount of rainfall that's going to be falling, and you can see we're in yellow colours here, which puts us up to sort of 30 millimetres for many parts of the country, up to 50 to 70 millimetres across southern Scotland. Bear in mind, most of this actually is probably going to be falling in the next couple of days. Actually, for the south of the country, look, we're relatively dry compared to recently, 10 to 15 millimetres across southern areas, and again most of this during the next couple of days. What is notable is the amount of rainfall going through central parts of Europe and Scandinavia. Now, this really is some really wet conditions here. I'm just wondering what effect this is going to have on the crops across Central and Eastern Europe during this year, because this is pretty unusual. Some showers as well expected across northern parts of Africa running into the western Mediterranean, and you can see some really heavy thunderstorms across Turkey. So although Greece and most of Italy and yes, southern Spain and Portugal are dry, actually the Mediterranean is still quite unsettled given the time of year. So how do we fare? Well, this is how things look in the coming days. I'll take you through the detail of this and then show you a little bit of an uncertainty that's developing as we get towards the day 10 period. So here you can see the time. These charts go in 12-hour steps. Here we are ending midday today, 16th of June. And there's the area of low pressure across the country. You see here the shading. That's the rainfall that's affecting all of us just at the moment. Now notice how through tonight that area of low pressure clears eastwards. Look how strong the winds are though on the southern edge of that as it clears away eastwards. But it will be going, and it will be taking most of its rain with it. So for tomorrow, for Sunday, it's a much brighter day for many of us. Sunny spells around, yes, one or two showers, particularly northern eastern Scotland, but for most it's dry. But notice this area of rain here, look, that's just off northwestern parts of Spain. Look what happens overnight to Monday. That area, although the low is going through France, the northern part of the rain, the northern extent of the rain, looks to clip through southern and southeastern England as well as into East Anglia. You can see it there just moving its way east on Monday, and it may be that it goes to the Eastern Midlands into northeast England for a time on Monday morning. Some really heavy rain probably just off the coast of East Anglia and Kent, but I wouldn't rule out some heavy bursts of rain across eastern parts of Essex, eastern Suffolk and the east of Kent too during the course of Sunday night into Monday. But that tends to clear away, and then we find Monday is a dry day again, mainly with some sunny spells around. It looks as if it should stay dry overnight into Tuesday too, and I think Tuesday looks to be a dry day too with high pressure building. There should be some good sunny spells and just light winds. Now another one of these little features launches itself into France overnight into, where are we then? Overnight into Wednesday. Yeah, we are on Wednesday. I haven't lost track of my days, have I? No, onto Wednesday. And you see how that may just wrap around back into East Anglia and South East England during the course of Wednesday. I think that this is a fairly low risk, but certainly something we need to consider. Elsewhere it looks to be dry with some sunny spells. Overnight into Thursday, that one low clears away. Most places are dry, but look, this low out to the west of Ireland starts to deepen. It pushes a warm front northwards through Western Ireland and into the western parts of Scotland, and that's still there through Thursday and overnight into Friday too. And in fact, it probably brings some cloud and outbreaks of rain for Western Scotland and Western Ireland. Stronger winds here, maybe a little bit of rain across northwest England, perhaps even some drizzle for western coasts of Wales. But elsewhere it's dry, it's probably bright with some sunny spells. Best sunshine down in the south and southeast, probably just hazy sunshine up to the north because of that extra cloud. And then through Friday, well, we're starting to get back into more of a westerly flow again through Friday with this low off Northern Ireland. It pushes across some outbreaks of rain and some showers through Scotland, Northern England, northern parts of Wales and also into Ireland. But the far south of England, southern Wales, should be staying dry under an influence of high pressure. Into the weekend, and this is for next weekend, and looking like that westerly flow tries to become established. Could be some showers or outbreaks of rain for Scotland, northwest England and Ireland. One or two showers perhaps through the Midlands and Wales, but down to the south we should be staying dry. Into Sunday, and that westerly flow still there, so again it's Scotland, the far north of England, Northern Ireland that sees the risk of some showers, perhaps more in the way of cloud affecting central parts of England and Wales as well as northeast England. Best sunshine again down towards the south as the flow turns more northwesterly. And then into the beginning of the new week, well, one or two showers affecting eastern parts of Scotland, northern England as well, and East Anglia. These developing during the day, but for most of us that Monday should be dry. And it's now that we get into this more interesting period, because notice that the GFS ensemble model wants to bring the flow back into the west. So this makes for more of an unsettled flow with some showers or outbreaks of rain for western Scotland and also western parts of Ireland. Now let me just show you the comparable chart, if I can find it here, for the ECMWF for the same time, look. But look what happens. This is the ECMWF operational. It's bringing a far deeper low with a far more noticeable trough here out to the west of the country. We need to watch this. This is more unsettled conditions. So the ECMWF tending to do that. Let me just see if I can find the other one for you. Where are we? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Bear with me just a moment. There we go. That's the ECMWF ensemble. That looks very familiar, doesn't it? That looks just like the GFS ensemble. So this hints at less unsettled conditions. Still showers across northern and western Scotland and Western Ireland, but less unsettled than it was. So I think we can have some confidence in this from the GFS. So what happens beyond that? Well, as we get in towards the 27th of June, which is then taking us into a week on Wednesday, the flow again westerly, a mix of sunshine and showers for northern and western areas, drier towards the east and also to the south. And then into the Thursday, again the flow west to west northwesterly, so showers around in the north and the west, less down towards the south, just one or two, but generally dry in the south with some sunny spells. And then towards the end of the month, well, the flow again tending to be more westerly, fronts pushing through Scotland, taking some outbreaks of rain here, and I think what that does is it leads us into a more unsettled pattern as we get into the early part of July. But you can see here, even on the final day of June, the 30th of June, still things holding together with dry weather across the south, just some outbreaks of rain in the north of the country. Although, as I say, I think we are going to see this slip into more unsettled westerly conditions as we head into the early part of July. So lots of information there for you. I won't carry on now with a longer range because that's not changed much from yesterday, namely that I think it will be turning more unsettled around the 2nd and 3rd of July. Could go very unsettled for a time, although I'm not expecting to be as prolonged as this spell of unsettled weather through June. So hopefully that's been useful for you. As I said, the site's get free of charge by you coming and visiting it, telling your friends about it. When you click on a page and it shows you adverts, it generates revenue for us. If there's an advert you like and you click on it, that generates revenue for us as well, and it enables us to keep the site completely free of charge. So thanks again for watching, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.